All right, hey guys. So for this video, it's more of an informative video. Speaking directly to parents, speaking directly to mothers, speaking directly to fathers. Informative. Um, so a lot of you guys might know, and some of you guys might not know, but I was molested when I was 8 years old. And one of the things that my molester told me was that my mom told him to do it. So for an 8-year-old child, you have to understand how confusing that could be when, you are taught to listen to your elders. You are taught to respect your elders. So when you have an elder telling you that, your own mother set this whole thing up, of course you're going to be confused. But not everyone's story is the same. You have some people who know their molester. I didn't know my molester. You have some people who know their molester and they tell them, oh, don't say anything. You're going to get in trouble. Or, oh, don't say anything. Just keep this between me and you. And again, as a child, you are taught to respect your elders and listen to your elders. So, of course, you're going to listen to this elder because you do not know any better. I just honestly want to tell you guys, talk to your kids. Talk to your kids. Tell them not to ever be afraid to tell you anything. If they feel like it's wrong, tell you. Because there are so many kids who really don't say anything and they are traumatized and they go through so much pain and so much hurt and they have so much frustration and they don't want to be at home. They, regret coming home every day because they know that they are about to be molested or taken advantage of, or abused, even abused kids need to speak. Even if, it's their own parent doing it, they need to know that that can't be allowed and that shouldn't be allowed, because you guys don't understand or realize what comes behind that trauma that a child faces when they are molested. A lot of kids contemplate suicide. A lot of kids cut themselves. A lot of kids have anxiety. A lot of kids, they grow up. I know for me personally, I went through every phase. I went through the emo phase. I went through the cutting phase. I went through the wanting to kill myself phase. I went through the running away phase. I went through depression. I went through, and this happened to me when I was 8. It wasn't until oh my god, I used to could not watch a Tyler Perry movie. You guys know that a lot of Tyler Perry movies are really sad and they're about, 4-Color Girls. 4-Color Girls, almost each and every one of those women's story, aside from Janet Jackson's, related to my life in some type of way. The molestation, the abortion, the it all had a part of me in that movie. And I remember one day I was with my boyfriend at the time and we started watching that movie and I literally was sitting there bawling in tears, and he's kind of like, are you okay? Look, what's wrong with you? And I'm really just going through it. I remember one time I had an assignment in my sociology class, and there was a scene that we played in the clip of a girl getting raped, and I literally had to walk out of the classroom. parents. Like I said, this happened to me when I was 8 years old. It wasn't until I was 24 that I decided that I was going to regain my life back. It wasn't until I was 24 that I realized that I could no longer live my life this way. I could no longer live um, with all of this hurt and this anger and this frustration. And I chose to forgive the person who molested me. Um, Not for him, but for me, because my life was overshadowed by what happened to me. Um, so that's just a bit of what these kids go through when they are taken advantage of, molested, abused, whatever. And just talk to your kids and let your kids know that if they feel like something is wrong, that you don't care what nobody says. You don't care if they told you that they're going to get in trouble. You don't care if they told you that, they won't give you candy. Tell you. If in their heart they feel that it is wrong and it's not supposed to be going on, because we know that this isn't normal, this is not supposed to be going on, but because we are kids, we think that, okay, this elder is right, they said not to say anything, so I can't say anything. And we're scared to say something. And then also to the parents that their kids do tell them and they're still in denial. It's definitely something wrong with you. Never ever take the word of your partner over your child. And when I say your partner, I mean a guy that is not their father, because people will lie to you just because you have kids and maybe they don't have kids and they're jealous of your kid. So they will lie to you and tell you that your kid did something when your kid didn't do anything at all. So make sure that you never take the word of another person that is not your child's parent over your child, because that is another way that kids go through this turmoil where it's like, I tried to tell my mom and my mom didn't believe me because she took the word of her boyfriend or her girlfriend. That's how all these kids are coming up missing. This is how all these kids are being murdered. If you're not mentally stable to have a child, it's okay to put your child up for adoption. You're giving your child the opportunity at a better life that you know that you can't give them. But to have these kids and abuse them and molest them, you there's a special place in hell for people like you. Anyone who looks at a child in a sexual way, there's a special place in hell for you. Kids are meant to be kids. Kids are not meant to be looked at in a sexual way. Kids are not meant to be touched in sexual ways. I never understood how we can have prostitutes or females on the street that are willing to have sex for a burger, and your mind would say, but that kid is what I want. So yeah, talk to your kids. Make sure you tell your kids that they can talk to you about anything and everything. If something doesn't feel right to them, let you know. If something is happening at someone else's house that they were at, let you know. Abuse should not be tolerated. Molestation should not be tolerated. You guys, we got to do better. We got to pay attention to the signs. We got to pay attention to the quiet kids, especially, because those are the ones who usually are hiding things. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching.